This is one of the most infamous buildings in Gettysburg. The history here is very dark. People get touched, get poked. People have been pushed from behind. Rosa may not be the only dark presence in this building. There may be something demonic.
What was that?
Something was on the stairs.
Yeah, dude, like somebody was coming down the stairs right there. That just felt like two little tugs on the back of my hoodie.
I just turned on my light because that scared me. I just saw something over here. Whoa.
I just saw something move.
Wait, like right here. Looked like somebody was standing right here, dude. That sounds like footsteps.
That was right here. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we have returned to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania and the haunted orphanage.
Guys, we're super excited to be back here, and big shout out to our friends over at the Ghostly Images of Gettysburg. They run the orphanage and they run the Jenny Wade house. So if you ever come to Gettysburg, make sure you take a tour with these guys because they're wonderful, they're experts, and they run great tours. Also, new thing for the channel that we've done pretty recently, we have some new membership tiers.
Yeah, the top two membership tiers, we have the attachment and the possessed level. Attachment level, you get a bunch of perks, including bonus footage and behind the scenes stuff. Now the possessed level, you get all that as well, the bonus footage, but you also have the chance once a month to win a giveaway from some of the haunted locations that we go to, whether it's merch, tour tickets, who knows what, but once a month we pick one of those memberships and they get to win that. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested.
And it helps the channel out a ton. Liking, commenting, and subscribing does that as well, and it's free 99, so do that if you haven't already. But guys, we're gonna start out with a solo here at the haunted orphanage. I'm gonna go into the orphanage alone and see who wants to talk to me tonight.
Yeah, we've been here 2 other times for the channel. We've had really interesting activity, and they said that this time of the year really starts to spike up the activity. They've actually had objects moving recently on camera, so he's going in the dark to start, trying to talk to Rosa Carmichael and whoever else may be in there. They've even found human remains recently.
Yeah, guys, recently they've been doing a lot of renovations here at the orphanage, and everybody knows that tends to stir up paranormal activity, so I'm excited to see what the orphanage has in store for us tonight.
Well, let's get started, and good luck.
Guys, really quick before we get back to the video, we want to talk about this video's sponsor, Pair Eyewear, which is revolutionizing the eyewear industry. Pair Eyewear makes eyewear more affordable with base frames starting at $60 and top frames starting at $25. Pair has styles for everybody, men, women, and kids, with 18 base frame styles and over 400 top frame styles. We went with a Casper base frame, and we're going to show you some of the top frames that we have. The first top frame we went with was the gold reflective sun top, and guys, it's so easy to connect to the base model. Literally just snap it right on and we're good to go. Or if you guys want to switch it up a little bit, you can also go with the green reflective sun top, snaps on just the same. Or if you guys want to go with the classic, you can just choose the black reflective sun top as well. Or if you guys don't want the reflection, you can also choose different colors like this, the black gradient crystal, or you can change up the style completely and go with an army green. Pair Eyewear is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Order the base frame and snap on the magnetic top frame, and the website's virtual try-on feature provides convenience by allowing you to digitally try on different pairs without needing to physically visit a store. They also offer a 30-day return policy to ensure customer satisfaction. So with the Casper frame that we got, we decided to go with the blue light lenses to help our eyes when we're reviewing footage and editing the videos. But guys, you can choose prescription lenses as well. So make sure you check out the link down below or use Haunted Nights 15 at Pair Eyewear and get your 15% off your Pair Eyewear order. Let's get back to the video.
Welcome to the Homestead Orphanage. My name is Tom. I am a tour guide with Ghostly Images. I also live in the orphanage building. This is one of the most infamous buildings in Gettysburg. The history here is very dark. After the Civil War, which ends in 1865, over 600,000 men lose their lives, 2% of the US population at the time. And buildings such as this became so important as there are countless numbers of children who no longer have fathers. And this orphanage would open in 1866 to great fanfare. And when the orphanage opens, it actually starts out great. The children are happy, they're well fed, they're well clothed, they're getting a good education, they would play in the yard, volunteer in the community. In 1867, the orphanage was visited by then General U.S. Grant. He would become president 2 years later. He would have a picture taken with all the children right in front of the building. First 3 years, everything is going really well. But then there's some turnover of the matrons who worked here. And Dr. John Francis Bournes, who is the board member in charge of the operation, would bring in a new matron, a woman that he claimed had exceptional credentials. She was a strong disciplinarian. He thought she would be perfect, and that would be Rosa J. Carmichael. And she comes in 1870, and that's where everything changes here. That's where the dark history begins. The children who had been happy are now miserable. They are terrified of this woman because she would punish them and torture them in all types of cruel ways. Punishments could happen out in the yard, in this very room, which is the dining room, and her cruelest punishments of all would take place in the cellar, where we should head right now. So we are here in the cellar of the orphanage, and it would be here in the cellar that Rosa Carmichael saved her cruelest punishment for the children. And one of those punishments, especially for the older children, she would actually shackle them to these stone walls. The top part of this shackle, a tie wire, is original. The bottom part is not. Up until 10 years ago, there was tie wire all along this stone wall. Now, she couldn't always shackle some of the younger children because their wrists are too tiny, but she had other means to punish them. And to my right, there is a barrel. It is a replica. She would place children as young as 4 or 5 years of age inside of a barrel like that. She would tie their wrists to the side of the barrel. She would fill the barrel with cold water. Poor children's legs would grow weary. The only thing saving them from drowning is the fact their wrists are tied to the side of the barrel. Her cruelest punishment of all is what she called solitary confinement, and that would be a confined space down a dark passageway. It's embedded in the stone wall. It's referred to as the pit. Rosa would place children inside there, shackle them or tie them up, and they could be in there for hours, sometimes for days, sometimes as long as a week. And when the children are down here, they're getting very little food. There's probably mice and other rodents running around. And in this cellar, there are no windows, no natural light. They would have been in total darkness. So think of these poor children. They came to this orphanage. The mothers trusted that they would be well taken care of, and Rosa Carmichael violated everyone's trust. We are here now at the confined space. It's about 4 feet by 10 feet. It's been referred to as the pit. We have seen sketches drawn by children who came here. These poor kids would be in this horrific space, shackled to the walls, total darkness. And there is so much activity in this building. On any given night, people get touched, get poked, might feel fingers going through their hair. We capture EVPs all the time. People have been pushed from behind. The month of June, from my experience, is when the paranormal activity seems to ramp up in Gettysburg and in our buildings. It's just weeks away from the anniversary of the battle. And just the other night on one of our tours, a ball rolled across the cellar floor with no provocation, and the reaction of the guests was so genuine that they couldn't believe this ball just rolled across the floor. I have seen people complain that they're getting overheated and very hot. I've seen a guy's arm turn bright red and blister at the end of one of our tours. Many psychic mediums visit our building, and most, and I would agree that I live here, that Rosa Carmichael still roams this building. In my 24 years of visiting Gettysburg and now living here, I've had 2 experiences where I believe I've seen apparitions, and the most recent was 4.5 years ago when I moved here in my apartment. I was taking an afternoon nap, and when I woke up from my nap, at the foot of my couch, I see a woman wearing a black Victorian dress. Her hair is up in a bun with a little hat, and she is staring at me. And I did what any brave man would do. I pulled a blanket over my head, which is the God's honest truth. And I do believe that was Rosa Carmichael. And my living room is the actual living space that Rosa used when she was the matron here. Many mediums say that Rosa may not be the only dark presence in this building, that there may be something demonic. The last 3 mediums that were here described something in this cellar with claws, tail, and hooves. And it was 3 different people that claimed this. One sketched it out. They didn't know each other. So this building's very dark. People get overcome with emotion when they're on our tours. Some people will not go into this confined space. I had a gentleman on a tour last year where he came, he said his sister had been here just a few months earlier and she believed she got an attachment when she was here. So the building is very dark and very active. And the orphanage started out great. First 3 years were terrific, but when Rosa Carmichael comes in, the dark history, I always say this building always feels like there's a dark cloud hovering above it. And the orphanage did close in 1877. And probably could have stayed open many more years longer, but you had an evil matron, Rosa Carmichael, and you had a doctor that people trusted as the founder who was corrupt. He was a con man, he was embezzling funds from this orphanage, and the history of their reign, very dark and very sad.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
You ready?
Yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys, so now I'm inside the orphanage completely alone. I'm in the parlor area. This is one of the areas that I was talking about in terms of the renovations. They uncovered all of these walls. They're trying to bring the building back to what it looked like originally, and they're setting up some period era furniture in here as well. I'm gonna go here into the main rooms of the orphanage, and as you guys know, we do our solos in IR. So we're gonna go lights out and see exactly how dark it's gonna be for my solo here. Yep, still pretty bad. All right, so tonight, I think my mission is I'm going to try to make contact with Rosa Carmichael, the matron here of the orphanage, and try to see her motivations behind this. Obviously, Dr. Borns, he had the financial incentive, but Miss Carmichael just seemed to be just spiteful, you know, for no good reason. It just seemed like she was so negative, she was so abusive to these kids, and I want to see why. So let's see if we can, I forgot how dark it was in here, dude. I just want to see why. I want to see if there's some sort of motive, you know? But let's get right into it. I'm going to fire up Spirit Talker. I also have the DR60 to see if they want to speak through that. That just sounded like someone in the parlor just moved. Yo, that was really weird, actually. I have like goosebumps. Hello? That was really bizarre, dude. So if you don't remember me, my name is Dylan. This is our third time filming here. My friend Steve is outside right now, waiting in the car. We've heard that it might be easier for you to communicate with us when we come in here alone. So I'm in here alone. I have this device over here on the table that should be able to help us have a conversation. Like I said, I do want to talk to Rosa Carmichael tonight. This sounded like, dude, fabric moving. I don't know what's going on. Can you make a really loud noise for me? Slam a door, knock on a table, move a chair, move one of these benches. I'm gonna spend some time up here, and then fear. Do you want me to be afraid? Or should I be afraid? I'm gonna spend some time up here, and then I'm gonna go down to the basement. And then after that, I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna grab Steve, and we're gonna both come in here and try to talk to you. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're Rosa, it doesn't matter if you're one of the kids here, one of the staff, if you were involved with the Battle of Gettysburg somehow, one of the soldiers. Whoever this is, I would love to have a conversation with you, learn more about why you're here, what life is like for you or was like for you. Because what if we're the ghosts, guys? Like we always say, what if we're the ghosts to them? They're out here just living their lives. They will get you.
They will get you.
Who will get me? Are they gonna scare me, or? I don't really know who's gonna get me here. We're not scared of you. We come here to talk to you. Gettysburg is one of our all-time favorite towns to visit. We're not really sure how everything works, why you're still here, how you're able to communicate, how much energy you have, if it comes in waves. So that's why we visit these locations and we try to ask you these questions. So if you're willing to communicate with me, I would love to have a conversation with you. If you are one of the soldiers from the battle, I am a sergeant in the Army Reserves right now. I don't know if that changes anything, you know? Try some EVPs. I'm getting weird vibes from the back room over here. So I'm gonna become crying. Why are you crying? You see all the carnage from the battle? All right, I'm gonna try to use the DR60 here. I'm gonna do some EVPs, see if I can get anything. I'm gonna jump right into it with questions. So I have this little silver box in my hand. I'm gonna set it on this table. If you see the red light come on, that means it's listening for your voice. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. If you can, I would love to have a conversation with you, like I said. So when you see the red light turn on, just come up and try to say as loudly as...
I need to make peace.
I need to make peace. Okay, hold on, now we're getting somewhere. Kind of. This could be Rosa, could be someone from the days of the orphanage, or it could be a soldier. So I feel like we actually aren't really getting anywhere. We're still kind of at square one. We're not really sure who we're talking to. All right, so if you want to try to make peace, come over to the silver box.
I understand you.
I understand you. Okay, hold on. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Just come over to the silver box. I'll ask you a few questions. Hopefully we can get on the same page here, okay? All right, let's try. 3, 2, 1. Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg? Can you see me right now?
I remember you.
Do you like when Steve and I visit? Can you say my name?
Stabbed.
All right, I don't know what that last word was, but it sounded like there's some footsteps over by the staircase downstairs. So I think we definitely have to head downstairs right after this, but stabbed. I remember you.
Empire.
Empire. Okay, it's going kind of crazy right now. Stabbed would definitely line up with maybe like a bayonet charge. You know, they were stabbed in the battle, so that's interesting. But let's see if we got anything in the DR60.
Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg? Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg?
There's something at the very beginning.
Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg?
They killed me?
Can you see me right now? I'm here for you. Do you like when Steve and I visit? Can you say my name?
All right.
Apprehensive.
We're apprehensive. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you remember me. That's pretty cool. We love coming here. Like I said, Gettysburg is one of our favorite towns to visit. It's got a lot of history here. We have a lot of respect for the history. All right, I'm gonna reset this. I'm gonna turn this off. But it picked up there at the end, so I think they might be warming up to me a little bit, but I'm gonna head downstairs to the basement here, where it is rumored that soldiers would have tried to make deals to essentially either live or be put out of their misery here, which is very dark to think about. Like, look how terrifying the steps down to this basement is, dude. This is just like straight out of a horror movie. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like. Venturing into some scary basement just for you guys. All right, so on one of the tours here, they showed us a video of one of these balls here on the table essentially just got kicked into the crowd. Everybody was gathered around these benches right here. One of these balls essentially just flew off the table. That was very recent too that it happened, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully we can have something like that happen tonight as well. But if you guys don't remember from previous videos we filmed here, I'm a little tall for this basement, all right? So I definitely will hit my head off of this tonight, mark my words. Yeah, that sucks. But we're going back into IR. Look how dark this is about to get. Ready? Yeah, that's bad. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. All right, so like I was just saying upstairs, my name is Dylan. We're here to talk to you for tonight. We'll be at the Jenny Wade house tomorrow too. We are staying in Gettysburg the next couple days. We're just here trying to talk to you about what's going on here. Seemed like upstairs I might have been talking to a soldier. One of the individuals involved in the battle here. Did you follow me downstairs? Are there more soldiers down here? Or if one of the kids is down here? We would love to talk to you too. We understand you didn't have the best life here. Dr. Bournes and Miss Rosa, Miss Carmichael weren't the best to you. We're sorry that you went through what you did. Spooky down here, dude. Like, this is actually straight out of a horror movie. I feel like someone is gonna like pop out of behind one of those curtains and it's gonna ruin my day. If you're down here, we've heard that people have interacted with the toys on that table in the center of the room. It'd be really interesting to catch that on camera. We're here trying to document.
Joe.
Joe? Hi, Joe. We're here just trying to document what's going on here. Most of the time we can't see you and we can't hear you. So we have all these different devices that we bring in to try to start a conversation with you. I know it's probably kind of strange, might be kind of annoying because it is super late, and I apologize for that. But we're just here to learn more. I'm trying to stand in between the cubby here.
Opposite.
Opposite. Are you on the opposite side of the room from me? Whoa. I just turned on my light because that scared me. I just saw something over here. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I have, again, all my hair is standing up right now. Whew. It looked like someone moved. That was really scary, dude. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm down here in the dark and it's kind of a spooky setup. It looked like somebody was standing right here, dude. And as I like turned my camera over here, it looked like, I don't know if they went behind the curtain. I don't know if, I don't know what the deal was, but that was really freaky. All right, sorry. I don't know if you like the bright light or not, but that was crazy, sorry. No offense. I'm gonna sit down. Wow, that spiked my heart rate. I need to start wearing like a heart monitor or something, or get like an Apple Watch. Would you guys like to see something like that? So when we say we see something, we get scared, we can like show you our heart rate jumps, you know what I mean? Whew, I gotta take a breather. That was crazy, dude. I'm sorry if I offended you. You just kind of startled me there. If you want to come take a seat with me on this bench, that'd be pretty cool.
Nightmare.
Nightmare? Don't give me nightmares. What? That's not nice. Or this could be their nightmare. Was a living nightmare. Being here at the orphanage or being in the basement. Could go either way. All right, I'm gonna try to give you the opportunity to speak to me through this little silver box right here. I'm gonna place it on the bench next to me. So if you can, please join me on the bench or get close to the bench. When you see the red light turn on, it's listening for your voice, okay? I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Hopefully we can try to get to the bottom of who's down here and how excited you are to talk to us. 1, 2, 3. Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg? Were you one of the soldiers here? Did I just see you? Tonight, through our investigation, are you going to be able to close one of these doors or move one of the objects in our physical realm? My name is Dylan. What's your name? All right, let's see what we got. Also guys, just kind of like a note, we do give time in between questions. Usually Steve cuts out the dead space in between questions, so you just don't have to sit there and listen to silence for 15 to 20 seconds or whatever. But we have seen comments in the past. We do leave time in between questions. Just want to make note of that. Let's see what they said though.
Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg? Were you one of the soldiers here? Did I just...
Ooh.
Were you involved in the Battle of Gettysburg? Were you one of the soldiers here? Did I just see you? Did I throw our investigation?
Oh, there's something there.
Soldiers here? Did I just see you? Did I throw our investigation?
I was here? It sounds like I was here. Something here.
Did I just see you? Tonight through our investigation, are you going to be able to close one of these doors or move one of the objects in our physical realm? My name is Dylan. What's your name?
There's something there too.
My name is Dylan. What's your name?
I can't really make anything out too clear. That second to last question, it sounds like a full sentence. I can't quite make it out. Maybe when Steve puts on the headphones at home, he's in a more enclosed area, he can make it out. If you guys think you can hear it better than I can here in the moment, make sure you drop a comment down below with a timestamp. Pretty good start to the investigation here tonight. It seems like they are definitely willing to talk to us. It's good that they remember us too. I feel like that puts us in a better position, starting off on a good foot, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna go grab Steve, and we're gonna tackle the National Soldiers Orphans Homestead here in Gettysburg together. So I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna grab him, and we'll pick up from there.
All right, guys, so now we're both inside. We're in the main first floor area. The parlor over here is the part that got recently renovated, so we have that door open as well and some equipment in there. Dylan's got some stuff set up throughout this entire first floor. I'm gonna go under for an Estes. Last time we were here, we did an Estes down in the basement, so we wanted to switch things up a little bit.
True.
If I sound a little goofy like Kermit the Frog, I am a little bit ill. I'll try not to sniffle into the mic too much, my bad. But I'm gonna go under. He's gonna talk to ghosts out here and show you guys where all the equipment is, and we'll see what happens.
But guys, honestly, sniffling isn't the worst thing, because if you guys remember season 1 alone, all the way back at Mid-Orange, you guys remember the nose whistling? Oh geez, remember. So we have the bell right here on this bench over here. I have the music box facing in back towards this like chapel type area. Again, this is another area you guys see if you guys come and take a tour here at the Haunted Orphanage. And then I have a Mel leading into the parlor over there. I have an Eddie right here in the chair next to Steve, or the bench rather.
Or the Eddie Eye.
The Eddie Eye, ah yes. And then Rempot over there leading down towards the basement to see if they want to start heading that way.
Kill?
Oh, well I mean that lines up with what I got up here, the stabbed, like they were killed here. But hello, my name is Dylan, like I said earlier.
Go.
Where are we going? This guy over here, Steve, if you talk to him, he's going to repeat whatever you tell him so that I can hear. It's a weird concept, I know, but it allows us to communicate with you because most of the time we can't hear you and most of the time we can't see you. That's why we have all these devices. If you get close to them, if you walk in front of them, all they do...
Open. That was the guy's voice. He goes, open.
Open? What do you want me to open?
There was a voice there. I couldn't really make it out. It sounded like 2 words.
All the doors are open, I think. They've been opening up a lot of these walls, like the wall behind Steve. They uncovered all the brickwork. Same thing with the parlor.
Different?
Like built different or looks different?
Other?
Well, Wait, it said opposite in the basement too, right? So opposite, different, other. Which one is that? That's the one in the parlor? Picking up a temperature change. Can you touch the top of that, please? So it lights up? Oh, it does light up.
I think that just said, "Am I dead?" It was a guy's voice.
Oh, brother.
It was like, "Am I dead?"
Honestly, we're not sure. We think so. To us, you are. Do you know what year it is? Like I said, we can't see you, we can't hear you most of the time. That's why we have all these devices set up to hopefully start a conversation with you. If you need to, you can drain our batteries, you can drain our phones, you can drain our devices that we have. If you need to work up the energy to interact with us, that's fine. Footsteps? Can you come up to the main floor right now? Next to the parlor, if you can hear my voice.
Goddamn.
My fault. My fault. I'm not trying to be needy. I'm not trying to bark orders at you. But at the same time, we did travel all the way from New York just to communicate with you. We would love to have the opportunity to talk to you. I mean, no disrespect. Like I said earlier, I'm a sergeant in the Army right now. I have a lot of respect for what you guys all went through. Marching for days, weeks, months on end. In wool uniforms, first of all. And Gettysburg gets hot. Last time we were here, we took one of the bus tours, and it was like 90 degrees. We took one of the double-decker bus tours, and we just like baked in the sun. It was super cool, don't get me wrong, but it was hot. So I could not imagine being in a wool uniform.
Leave?
Okay, well. We're gonna be in Gettysburg for the next couple nights. Why do you want me to leave? Or why do you want us to leave? Again, we're not trying to be disrespectful. We're not trying to keep you awake. We're not trying to disturb you. How about this? Can you give me your name so I know how to properly address you? This is the soldier that I was talking to earlier. It can be your rank and your last name. It can be your first name, whatever you want to be addressed by. And if you talk to Steve, he's going to repeat whatever you tell him so I can hear. I'm not really sure where you are right now, so I'm not sure where to direct my questions. Sorry, I'm just kind of wandering around the room. But if you set off one of these devices that we have set up and show me where you are. There's a noise back there. Oh, dude, again, towards the basement. All right, if you're over by the basement, or if you're coming up from the basement, can you set off the device in this doorway? There's a little red light in the doorway over here. Or if you get close to it, all it does is light up and make some noise. It's called a REM pod. The one over there, too, in the parlor, it's a little bit farther away if you don't want to get too close. Works the same exact way.
Back?
Back here? You got the step back?
Where am I? That sounded like a little kid. That was really weird. It was like, where am I?
That's sad. You're in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Do you know where that is?
Another kid voice, but I couldn't make it out.
There's just a noise down there again, too. I don't know. I couldn't tell what it sounded like. Like maybe like one of the benches like hitting the wall, or... Are the kids downstairs right now? Is this maybe Dr. Bournes or Miss Carmichael coming in trying to shut down this conversation right now?
On the edge?
On the edge. And guys, if you have any different interpretations of this Estes method so far too, make sure you drop them down in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking regarding this. This is pretty weird. It seems like at first we were talking to a soldier. Now I'm starting to think maybe the kids are trying to come through, but the matron and Dr. Bournes are trying to shut them down. I don't know, dude. It's weird. Rosa, if you're here, can you make your presence known? So, dude, what was that? Are you back here? If you're back in this chapel, or this group instruction area, can you make another noise back here, or set off this music box? So the one in the parlor is picking up a temperature change again? Can you join us in this main room over here? That sounds like footsteps. That sounds like footsteps. That sounds like footsteps. Or if you're back here, again, join us in this main room, please. We'd love to have the chance to talk to you for a little bit. Then after we do this session up here, we're gonna go down to the basement. I'm gonna set up these devices and hopefully be able to pressure change for the Yeti. Hopefully be able to talk to the kids down there, talk to the soldiers, whoever's willing to talk to us.
Guy's voice, I couldn't make it out. It sounded like 2 words.
Who's this gentleman? Is this the soldier again? One of the soldiers I was talking to earlier? Again, if you have the energy, it'd be really cool to get a confirmation through one of the devices we have set up. I know we're asking a lot. I came in here asking.
Yeah, guy's voice.
I know I'm asking a lot. He goes, yeah. But if you do have the energy, if you have the ability, it'd be really awesome to catch that, okay? Have one of these devices go off. Or if you want to save your energy, you can do it downstairs as well.
That was another guy's voice. That was a few words. I couldn't make it out though.
A few words.
Behind you, that was a female voice.
Rosa, are you in this back room? Like I said, my mission for tonight is trying to figure out why you did what you did.
That was weird. That was another guy's voice. It was like something's coming up. I couldn't make out the beginning. It was like something's coming up.
It could be coming out from either this side of the room or up from the basement, I guess. Oh, dude, another noise over by the basement. Oh, dude, another noise over by the basement. Oh, dude, another noise over by the basement. I think a lot of the activity tonight might revolve around the basement. I feel like the EVPs were way clearer down there. I mean, then again, I did have Spirit Talker running up here, so.
Something is here. I couldn't make out the first word. It was something is here. That was a female voice.
Why is it something, not someone? It can't be like Santa Claus is here. He's bringing gifts and presents and joy. Noise over there. If you're down in the basement, can you join us up here, please? Follow the sound of my voice.
Who?
You. I'm Dylan. This is Steve. Wait, is this the thing from Middle Point? This negative entity that we made contact with at Middle Point that is apparently hanging around Steve? I just thought of it as I pointed my camera towards him. Because a lot of you guys in the comments were saying you kept seeing stuff behind Steve during his Estes there as well. And we got multiple confirmations through the bell.
With him?
Did someone come here with Steve? Is there something hanging around him? If you're this negative thing that's here with Steve, can you set off one of these devices we have up here? What the? What the? What the? Whew, sorry, language. What the freak? What the flip? Hello? Who's behind him? What is your name? How can I address you? We're here to talk to you. Again, we mean no harm. We're not scared of you.
Arthur?
Arthur, okay.
It sounded like a guy said Arthur.
So we're getting somewhere. We got our name now, Arthur.
Hi.
Hi, Arthur.
Help me?
What do you need help with?
That sounded like he's bleeding.
So this is back to the battle. Okay.
And then there was a guy voice say, let's move him. Let's something. I couldn't really make it out after that.
Arthur, what unit are you with? Are you with cavalry, with infantry, artillery? I mean, I guess it's probably not something you want to...
Medic?
Medic. This could be called... This seems residual, honestly.
Help him?
Yeah, this seems residual. Or how about this? If you can hear us and you want us to go find a medic, if you can see me walking around, you can see Steve sitting in this chair right now, can you set off one of the devices we have set up? Go towards one of these red lights, touch the top of them, make them light up, ring this bell, set off the music box, make a loud noise. Do something to prove that you're here and you can hear my voice right now. Otherwise, it might just be like a residual, like a battle scene taking place, you know? Because that would have been commonplace here.
It's cold?
Yeah, this seems residual. I mean, it is cold outside, that's true. But in my head, that's like someone going into shock, right? That's Arthur or whoever this individual is.
Come find me?
I don't know if I want to do that, I'll be honest. The way you said that, I'm not sure I want to do that. Arthur, is there anything we can do for you? Again, we're trying to confirm whether or not you can hear us. If you can hear us and there's something we can do to help you out, please let us know.
Look.
Where?
Battle?
Is your name on a monument here somewhere?
Out?
Battle out. I mean, Cemetery Hill is right down the road from here, like literally across the street and up the hill. The graveyard.
It's in there?
That scared me. Wow. That hasn't gone off at all yet. So that's cool. Do you know where your name is inscribed? We're taking the bus tour tomorrow, so hopefully we can stop and...
The ledge?
The ledge?
Either the ledge or the edge?
Dude, all my hair is standing up again. I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm getting really weird vibes from this place tonight.
Body?
Was your body never recovered from the battlefield? Do you want us to try to find your name? Go and pay our respects at whatever monument your name is inscribed on? Can you either set off this bell again or confirm through Steve? That's what you want us to do tomorrow?
Name?
Name? Yeah, okay, so what's your last name, Arthur? Eddie went off again. Pressure looked like, yellow one.
That was like a guy yelling. I couldn't really make out what it said.
I'm sorry if you're getting frustrated. I know we're asking a lot of the same questions over and over. But there's some sort of barrier. It seems like it's difficult to communicate with wherever you are right now. Can you try to tell Steve your last name one more time for me, please, so we can try to find your name tomorrow? Which, guys, if we do find...
Another male voice. I couldn't make it out. It was like...
If we do find a name tomorrow...
It almost sounded like it started like... It was one word. It was like, is... I don't know how... It was is drip or is... It was like one word. I couldn't make it out. It was one word though.
Okay, that's actually super interesting. If we find a name that's like Arthur...
Is drip? It didn't sound like a word. Like it didn't make sense.
Arthur Isdrip or Isdrick. If we find something like that tomorrow, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to take 15 billion pictures and we'll try to plug it in here or something, or we'll just update you guys on socials. Which, guys, if you don't follow us on Instagram, X, Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff, all the links are down below. But if we find something like that, that will actually be freaking incredible. Arthur Isdrick or Isdrip. We can also try to check the cemetery next door too, because we will be in Gettysburg for a couple days. But that would be actually really remarkable. That would make me nerd out. I can't even lie.
Another guy's voice.
So Arthur, just confirm your last name is Isdrip or Isdrick. That's what you want us to look for? That's what Steve heard, so that's what we're gonna look for tomorrow, okay? Which one is that? That's this one. Okay, we're about to head downstairs too. Can you ring the bell or set off another one of these devices if you can confirm that's the name you want us to look for? That'd be super cool to get that confirmation. Like I said, we're taking a tour tomorrow. We're gonna tour the entire battlefield. We could try to walk through the cemetery as well, looking for your name so we can pay our respects, okay? Because that's gotta be so frustrating too.
It's in there.
It's in there, maybe in the cemetery. You know, we go to these locations, we only have a handful of names that we know off the top of our heads, and that's who we tend to try to make contact with. There's, you know, hundreds, if not thousands, of other spirits that are probably here trying to get their names out, trying to get their stories told. But when we're only here for one night or 2 nights, it's so hard.
Passed away?
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Arthur, we're gonna look for your name tomorrow, okay?
That was another guy's voice. On the knoll, on the hole. I don't.
All right, I'm gonna go tap him out. We're gonna head downstairs. So Arthur, if you want to continue this conversation to maybe try to confirm your name or where to look for you, please.
Arthur.
Yep, Arthur. Arthur, whoever else is up here. If you want to continue this conversation, we'll be downstairs, okay? We're gonna head down, try to make contact with either you, the kids here, Rosa, Dr. Borns, whoever else wants to talk to us, okay? But we want to give everyone a chance to try to get their story told, okay? Thank you so much for communicating with us, and hopefully we can find your name tomorrow. Give you some sort of peace or pay respects, okay?
Stabbed me?
That's what I got during my solo in here. Went with the slow and steady on that one.
Scared the shit out of me.
The shat. That was actually super interesting.
Oh, it's so bright.
Yeah, that light is brutal. No, that was actually super interesting. So the only devices that really went off is the temperature on the Mel and the REM a couple times.
Okay.
And the bell went off.
The temperature went off on both of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the word that you got, the Isdrip or Isdrick,
that was weird. I couldn't make it out.
So it seemed like who you were talking to is the soldier that I was talking to during my solo.
Okay.
Because at the end you said stab me as well. And it seemed like a residual, kind of like someone calling for a medic came through. So basically this guy named Arthur came through, and it seems like he wants us to find his grave or the monument he's inscribed on.
Okay.
So Arthur Isdrick or Isdrip.
Oh, that's what that word was?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's his
because
last
it
name.
made no sense. I couldn't tell if it was like it's Isdrip or Isdrick or something like that. Trick, you know what I mean?
So I said, you know, with that information, we can try to find your name. We're taking the bus tour tomorrow. Hopefully we can find it.
Right. It's a lot of graves.
Yeah. But I was hearing noises over by the downstairs as well. The staircase of the basement.
Over by the downstairs.
Over by the downstairs.
Also at the end, it said on the knoll or on the hole. I don't, hopefully on the knoll.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed when I said it, because I was like, as I was trying to process what it said, it was like on the knoll or on the hole. And as I said it, I was like, that sounds goofy.
Pause.
Yeah.
Because you were also saying like on the ledge or on the hill.
It said ledge twice, like on the ledge or on the edge twice.
Yeah. I was trying to think too, like Cemetery Hill's right here.
Right.
But I don't think that's really an edge or a ledge.
Right.
I don't know.
Or gradual.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's time to get downstairs because I was hearing noises down there, and that is where I got some of my better activity during my solo.
Okay.
So let's go see who wants to talk to us.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we just moved down to the basement. We took all of our equipment with us, and we're going to see if we can continue this conversation with Arthur or anyone else who is here.
Yeah, we did a quick search upstairs on the old Google device, trying to figure out if there's an Arthur Isdrick or Isdrip or whatever. But we couldn't come up with anything on that quick search. We'll look at the graves again tomorrow. But again, it could have been broken up. It could have been, I could have misheard it. Who knows? But we'll just see if there's any Arthurs that possibly line up with this area.
Yeah, because you found an Arthur Hendrickson or something like that, and you weren't sure if maybe that was something like split up in between the stations, but I don't know.
We'll keep looking, but let's try to make contact down here and see what we get in our little cubby holes, because the ceiling is very low.
Yes.
Anyways.
All
right.
So yeah, we have the Eddie down here just behind me. We have a Mel, which is at a 0.2 right now, going back down. We have the Bell over here just behind Steve. We have a couple devices over by the scary hole room as well.
The scary hole room is way worse than the hole room.
Well, yeah, because it's a scary hole room.
The room with a scary hole in it.
I don't think that's better, I'll be honest with you.
You know. Yeah, so there's a music box down this hallway pointing towards like the little crawl space where she used to shackle some of the kids.
Yeah.
And then their REM pod is right in the doorway to that. So if there's anybody down here, my name is Steve, this is Dylan. We're just here to communicate with you, ask you some questions.
I was down here before, and it seemed like I was making contact with one of the soldiers down here. Before, I just brought down the voice recorder and that app I had on my phone, Spirit Talker, but we have some other devices down here with us now that should make it a little bit easier for you to communicate with us. If you get close to any of these devices, all they do is light up, make some noise. We can use them as kind of like a yes or no question device.
A yes or no question device.
The minute I said it, I'm like, yep, yep, that's good.
Somebody's been moving these toys recently. One of these red balls has rolled across the floor.
The four.
We are struggling tonight, guys. The red balls has...
Guys, comment red balls down below.
Red balls.
Hashtag red balls.
The red ball here has rolled across the floor in front of a lot of people recently. Is that something you could do right now for us? Knock it off the table? It's okay, you won't be in trouble.
Like I said before, it doesn't matter if you're a soldier, it doesn't matter if you're one of the kids who was here, if you're Miss Carmichael, if you're Dr. Bournes, whoever you are, we would love to have a conversation with you. Learn more about why you're here, what it was like to live or work here. Anything you want to talk about. If you don't want to talk about the battle, we don't have to talk about the battle. That's fine.
I'll take Ghost Tube out.
Yeah.
Get that fired up for a second. All right, I'm going to put it right over here on this bench near the original original shackles.
Yeah, wait. As you walked over to the shackles, that went off.
Yeah. Were you over here? Were you restrained in this area?
If Miss Rosa or Miss Carmichael, however you knew her, restrained you down here, can you set off that bell again for us?
We heard she was pretty nasty. Pretty mean to you guys. We're sorry that happened to you.
Steve also set up a device over behind him on the bench over there. That's similar to what I used upstairs and a little bit down here. Should be another thing that you can use to try to communicate with us. Or if it's easier, can you move one of the benches down here? One of the chairs?
Hey, if it's easier than getting close to this device so it goes off, can you throw one of these benches?
Can you just hit me in the head with one of those toys right there? Swing the lantern at my forehead?
Here, I'll sit right here. If you want, you can roll one of those balls right to me. We can play.
No, I feel weird.
Either one of them. Can you roll one off the table?
Or if you're upstairs, you're going to hear our voices. Can you join us down here in the basement?
Not very.
Not very.
Can you not hear us very well?
That seemed like what was going on with Arthur.
Yeah.
Because you said that you couldn't make out whatever he was saying a couple times. It seemed like he was getting very frustrated.
Yeah, I definitely heard like a yell.
Are you having trouble communicating with us? Do you not have enough energy? Is there someone trying to prevent you from talking with us?
Did you hear that?
What was it?
I'm weak? Yeah, I'm weak.
I'm weak. Why did you do the scary voice though? It did seem like whatever was around you at middle point also started to come through.
Oh, cool.
It said something was behind you or something was with you. That's kind of weird.
I turned around and then it was behind me.
Are you from Middle Point, or did you make your presence known at Middle Point in Ohio?
What was that?
It sounded like it was on the stairs.
Yeah, dude, like somebody was coming down the stairs right there.
That's what I heard when you were undressed. It sounded like someone was coming up and down the stairs.
It's outside.
It's outside.
That's you said something about it too. I'm like, why can't it be Santa?
Maybe.
Bringing joy and, you know.
Are you coming downstairs? Whoever it is, come on over here. Go up to one of these devices. You hear that?
There's like a thud above us.
Yeah. Hello?
Mel's back up to a point too. Again, just confirm that you're here with us. You can hear our voices. Can you set off one of these devices? Doesn't have to be the one that's super close to us. You can set off the bell. You can set off the music box down in the hallway back there.
Whatever's easiest.
It also said something about it's open upstairs. Which they do say there might be portals down here.
Right. Well, we had the door open to the basement too.
Yeah.
Well, what if Arthur wasn't a soldier though?
What are you thinking?
What if he was a kid?
Could have been.
I mean, his name's probably not going to be on a list anywhere.
Right. That's tough.
You know?
Yeah.
Could have been a kid.
Right. And the ledge is either
Not here.
not here.
Where are you? Are you in a different part of the building, or are you outside? It said it's outside.
Yeah.
I just saw something move.
Wait, like right here. When I was down here for my solo, I saw something move like right here.
I saw it down the hall.
Oh, that seemed worse.
So you can see there's like metal ductwork
Yeah.
down there. And the way I'm standing and the way you were just standing, the light is reflecting off it at the back end. And neither of us were moving. And it blocked out and then it came back. Neither of us were moving. So it wasn't our lights like passing somewhere like that. It literally just looked like something like just passed in front of it from the right side to the left, like going towards the little cutout in the wall.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw something right here. It went from like left to right. I thought it was going like behind the hood right there. Or
Right.
not the hood, but the like the blankets.
Right.
So that was scary.
Did I just see you down that hallway? Can you come towards us?
Are you trying to scare us?
You hear that upstairs?
Looks like a dragon.
Yeah, it sounded like a chair or something moved.
A chair dragon.
A chair dragging upstairs. It literally sounded like something like get dragged across the floor.
Yeah. It sounded like it had it was like metal on wood or something.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, you know.
Well, wasn't the chair I was sitting in metal, or was it the seat was plastic, but weren't the legs metal?
Yeah.
They said you guys didn't put this back.
I'm putting this back for you.
If I go up there and it's not where it was, I'm gonna be scared.
Yeah. That's something different too. You kept saying different, other, and then when I was down here, I got opposite.
Opposite.
So I was trying to figure out what that meant too.
Maybe they're like something to do with whoever this is that's coming through is in a different wall or something that they haven't gone through yet, or on the other side, or
Right.
I don't know.
Is there still something left to be uncovered regarding your story?
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that one.
It was another huge thud. That sounded like it was directly above us.
I didn't even hear it.
Like something, like, I don't know if it was like one footstep or like something got moved again. It was definitely on this floor right above us.
You said upstairs that you recognize me. Do you recognize Steve as well? Do you remember him from the last time we were here?
Hello. I just saw something over here.
What'd you see?
It was another shadow. It was right on that sheet. Because we were both this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my camera like this.
You were pointing like this, and you see how it's sort of lit up when you don't have your light over there? It moved like this way.
Up?
But not like into the ceiling, almost like if something like stood up.
That's not good either.
And it wasn't like super like dark. It was like a lighter shadow, but it was just dark enough that I could see it. It was
the contrast.
And I was looking right at it. I wasn't out of the corner of my eye.
That's weird too, because the bell is the only thing that's gone off down here.
Right. It literally looked like, that's the best way I could describe it, is like if somebody stood up behind the bench, or I guess it could have been in front of the bench, but it was like, it wasn't as dark as my shadow on this wall right here.
Right.
It was lighter than that, but it was right there, and it didn't go like to the ceiling.
Well, I mean, what if this thing is either with us, whether it is one of the soldiers, whether it's something that's with you, and it says it has no energy, but we say, hey, go for it.
And then it goes off over there again. That just gave me goosebumps, like super bad goosebumps. What if he's weak, so like that's why the shadow wasn't so dark? It was, you know what I mean? Thrilled. They're thrilled.
They're thrilled to have energy now.
Like, this is fantastic. I'm thrilled that you did that. That was really cool.
Thrilled? I don't know if I would use that word in this scenario, but...
He dinged the bell.
Can you ding that bell again for us, or try to show yourself here on camera for us? That'd be super awesome.
If that was you over there, can you just set that bell off again, right on the bench? Just to confirm. It definitely wasn't as like dark as that one.
So maybe that's something from here, and this is something else?
Or just this one has, maybe this one's used more energy already.
Right.
That's a fun game you're playing. It went off again.
So just to confirm, you're from this location?
Yep. That's kind of crazy. Okay.
You're getting excitable now.
Yeah. I'm like, holy shit, this thing's cool. Gotta get me one of these.
Love me some bell.
Love me some bell. I also liked how you were doing the...
Yeah.
Oh, I missed.
Oh.
Damn.
Party foul.
Do you like when people come here to talk to you?
Not as excitable with that question.
Do you enjoy trying to get your story out? Again, they could be still weak though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back down here in a little bit by myself. Will you communicate with me again? It's been a weird session down here.
Yeah. I do think down here too, I had the best EVPs.
Right.
It sounded like they were whispering, honestly, which was super strange. But that could be because they're weak at the same time.
Yeah.
They don't have enough energy to fully project their voice or come through all the way. Is that the case? Have you been struggling with energy all night? That's why you weren't too loud on the voice recorder?
It started out a little quiet down here.
Yeah.
But it's like all of a sudden I saw that, and then the bell starts going off.
Well, that's what's so cool when that sort of stuff happens too, because if we see something, we don't catch it on camera, it's just another story.
Right.
But then when it's confirmed through devices, that's pretty cool.
Again, just to confirm, if I saw you over here by this bench and by this barrel,
Below.
I'm below.
Where?
Well, did you hear those footsteps?
Yeah.
What if they're buried here? Or like somewhere nearby, and then it goes off?
Okay.
Because we're underground.
Yeah, technically.
So there could be somebody buried anywhere.
Right.
Outside of this property.
You said something about find my body or my body upstairs too.
They said they found a bone.
Yeah. Or like a kid's left rib, they think it is. So do they still need to find your body? Or is there something in this building or on the grounds here connected to your story that is yet to be unearthed? I see a weird cold breeze behind me.
Behind you?
Yeah.
There's a cement wall there, or a stone wall.
That's what I mean. When we first got here, we turned off any central air as well. So
Fans, everything got turned off.
yeah.
Are you moving around us? Well,
Nice.
that's good. Hello. Wherever you are. Are you the person I saw over by that barrel? Where that bell is? If you're the person I saw, can you set off that bell again? Just like you've been doing? Just so it confirms it. Okay. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's all. How's it going?
Just wanted to make sure. Just touching base. Making sure we're on the same page here.
So as I was saying earlier tonight, we're going to be going to the Jenny Wade house tomorrow, just across the street. Are you able to leave this building? Are you going to meet us over there so we can hopefully try to talk to you a little bit more?
Do you just stay on this property, in this building, because something that has to do with you is here somewhere? Whether they've found it yet or not? So you're stuck here? If that's the case, can you set that bell off? That's crazy. That's actually
pretty sad
crazy.
though, because if it is a kid,
Right.
Upstairs, you said it came through like, where am I?
Yeah. It was a weird voice.
Yeah.
It was really, really weird.
But if it is a kid's left rib,
Yeah.
and he just like wakes up here and he's
Right.
like, what's going on?
Right. Can you wake up if you're dead?
I don't know. What if it's like Beetlejuice?
True. But that's what I mean. Like, it could be the rib they found, or it could be there's something else. I mean, there's stuff all over this town that hasn't been found yet. I mean, obviously they've been doing it for a long time, but
All the stuff in the parlor too.
right,
All
they
the
just started uncovering stuff. So who knows what they haven't uncovered?
Right.
Is there something specific of yours here? An item?
Like a voice?
Do you hear that? It was like whispering.
I thought I heard like a couple.
It was like
words.
raspy, like. Okay.
Were you trying to talk out loud to us?
But you got the whispering too.
Yeah. Like having it be audibly heard though.
Yeah,
is like
that
a
was
whole
weird.
different level. Yeah.
It was like murmuring.
Yeah. It did sound like higher pitched though.
Yeah.
I thought it was higher pitched. Arthur, were you one of the kids here?
Arthur, were you a soldier? Were you killed in the battle here? Somewhere in Gettysburg? If that's the case, can you ring that bell? Just so we know, we could try to find you.
Is Arthur one of your friends? Was he the one that was stabbed? That I was talking to earlier? You want his story told?
Maybe if I come down with the voice recorder, I'll be able to get a little clearer answers.
Because if they are weak too, maybe they're overexerting themselves, right?
All right, well, let's get up there. Let's grab a voice recorder, and I'll come back down and see if I can make contact with whoever this is and get some more answers.
Yeah, good luck.
Let's do it. Bye now.
Bye.
Enjoy the car. I'll be in the scary building alone.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Lock him out. Let's do it. All right. Well, it's dark in here. Goodness, actually. That's what it looks like. That's tough. So this is where they just uncovered all the cool old stuff and found things on the walls. So that's spooky. Let's go into here first. Oh my God, it's so dark. I flipped my LCD screen around so I could see. I just stepped on a floor grate and it scared me. Hello? My name is Steve. What the hell was that? It just sounded like a whistle or something came from the basement. It was quick. Like I said, my name is Steve. I've been in here most of the night. I don't know if you heard me earlier talking to whoever was in here. But I'm just here to have a conversation. want to learn about you and what you went through here. Got some squeaky floorboards. I have a device I'm going to use here in a minute that can record your voice. So when you speak, I'll be able to hear you because I can't always hear you and I can't always see you. Okay? Could you make a noise wherever you are so I know where to go? I'm suffering through it tonight, guys. So if I'm sniffling, I'm really, really sorry. I don't have much time in here tonight to be alone. But I did want to come talk to you if it's a little easier when it's just one-on-one. I don't know if Arthur's in here. I just heard footsteps. Are you by the basement? Oh my God, what the hell was that? Oh my God. That was weird. Dude, that just felt like two little tugs on the back of my hoodie, just like this. Just like that, right on the back of my hoodie. Dude, that surprised me. Holy crap. It wasn't even like, oh, I think I brushed against something or anything. It was, I felt something grab my hoodie and tug it twice. It literally just felt like a hand grabbed the back of my hoodie and pulled it twice, really quick. And it was low, so it makes me think a kid. I'm really sorry for reacting like that. You really surprised me. Wow. Did you just pull out my hoodie? My sweatshirt? I don't know if they know what a hoodie is. Holy crap, dude, actually that freaked me out for a second. That really surprised me. I think it was like the I don't know how to describe it, like the strength of it, like how solid it was. It wasn't like, oh, I brushed up against something. It was, I felt like a grab and then two like little tugs, just like that. Whew. Wow. Oh man, okay. Is there something you want to tell me? That was right here. Is there something you want to tell me? That was right here. Is there something you want to tell me? That was right here. That was just a knock on this table. Okay, all right. So you're obviously in here. You're right here. Let's talk, okay? I'm gonna sit down on this bench. I'm gonna put the recorder right here on this table. All right? I'm gonna put it right here. The loudest bench ever created in the history of the world is what I'm sitting on. Oh my God, okay, I can't move. All right, come up to this device, okay? You're gonna see a little red light on the top. On the count of 3, I'm gonna ask you some questions. If you can speak into this, I should be able to hear your answers, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Did you just tug on my hoodie or my sweatshirt? Is your name Arthur? Were you a soldier in the battle? Or were you a child that lived here? Are you sitting with me right now? One, 2, 3. Here we go.
Did you just tug on my hoodie or my sweatshirt? Is your name Arthur? Were you a soldier in the battle? Or were you a child that lived here? Are you sitting with me right now?
There's something right there.
Were you a soldier in the battle? Or were you a child that lived here? Are you sitting with me right now?
I can't make it out. That's the only thing that sounds like it has a response after it, and I can't make it out. It's not super clear. I'm gonna get off this super loud bench so we can do another session. Okay, that tug on my hoodie and then the knock on the table really got me on edge. It really, really surprised me. But then the EVPs were quiet, which again, I mean, I guess they could just have not a lot of energy. They did say they were weak. So that could make sense. I'm gonna have to go downstairs here in a minute. Do you want me to go downstairs? It's where I think I saw you before. I can't believe that hoodie tug though. That's like, that was really, really like solid, like the pull. It wasn't, oh, I think, or maybe I brushed against something. That was like somebody grabbed the back of my hoodie and tugged it twice. On that note, let's go to the scary, dark basement. All right, I can see now. Let's turn the light on so I can go down the stairs. Me when I don't have sheets. Anyway, all right, let's go downstairs, I guess. Hello? I'm gonna come downstairs now, okay? Can you make a noise for me if you're down there? I just want to talk, okay? Here I come. All right, I'm back down here. I'm by myself this time. I'm gonna sit right here. I saw that chair, but I just saw like the shadow of it when I had my LCD screen flipped around, and I was like, I swear to God, if I look at this screen and there's not something over there, I'm gonna be really upset because all I could see was a shadow. Are any of the kids down here? I'm sorry what you went through. If there are any soldiers down here, I'm also sorry for whatever you went through. I know it was hell on earth here during the battle. Can't imagine what you guys saw, what you felt, and what you dealt with. You're still remembered, you're still honored. People come from all over the world to Gettysburg. I think I saw you down here a little bit ago. Could you roll one of those toy balls off of that table? I've seen you do it on camera for other people. Really appreciate it if you could do it for me right now. I don't have much time left down here. Let's do an EVP session. I'm gonna set it on the bench next to me here. All right, so Dylan said when he was doing these earlier down here, he could kind of hear you talking. So I'm gonna do the same thing. There's gonna be a little red light on the bench next to me, okay? When I count to 3, if you can come up to it and get as close as you can and answer some of my questions, I would really appreciate that, okay? I won't bother you too long. So on the count of 3, come speak into this device for me, okay? 1, 2, 3. Are there any soldiers down here with me right now? What state were you from? Were you for the Union or the Confederacy? Did I see you down here a little bit ago? Arthur, if you're down here, can you please say your first and last name? One, two, three. Let's see.
Are there any soldiers?
Right there at the beginning.
Are there any soldiers down here with me right now?
Yes, that's so clear. That's so clear.
Are there any soldiers down here with me right now?
Yes.
What state were you from? Were you for the Union or the Confederacy? Did I see you down here a little bit ago? Arthur, if you're down here, can you please say your first and last name?
Can't make it out. Very clearly, yes, though. Are there soldiers down here with me? Yes. Okay, so we know there's a soldier, at least one soldier down here. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Let's do one more session before we call it a night. All right, last round of questions, and I'm going to leave you alone, okay? We're going to leave. We're just going to ask you a couple more things. Same thing. I'm going to put the recorder right here. Come up into it and just answer these as loud as you can, okay? I could hear you. So you're doing great. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. How many soldiers are down here with me right now? Can you see me? One more time. Arthur, can you please give me your last name so I can find where you're buried? Before I go, can you say good night or goodbye? One, 2, 3. Here we go.
How many soldiers are down here with me right now? Can you see me? One more time.
Yes,
How
I
many
can.
soldiers are down here with me right now? Can you see me? One
Yes,
more
I
time.
can.
Arthur, can you please give me your last name so I can find where you're buried? Before I go, can you say
Something
it one
there.
more
It's
time?
quiet. It's something.
Arthur, can you please give me your last name so I can find where you're buried? Before I go, can you say good night or goodbye?
Nothing super clear. Nothing super clear again. Yes, I can see you, and there's soldiers down here. I don't know, man. What a strange night. I can't get over that pull on my hoodie upstairs and the knock on the table right after it. I'll have to fill Dylan in, and we'll wrap this up. But what a crazy night here at the orphanage. All right, guys, with my solo being done, that is officially a wrap here on the Gettysburg Orphanage.
Yeah, this place is crazy. We always love visiting Gettysburg. And again, this place did not disappoint. It seemed like you were talking to soldiers, you said, during your solo?
Yeah, that's what I got. It said yeah on the EVP, but upstairs I felt like it might have been a kid because the tug on my hoodie, which was insane, was low. So it just felt like a kid to me up there, but then soldiers downstairs.
So this place has a lot of history. If you guys ever get the opportunity, definitely come check out this location with Ghostly Images Gettysburg. They also do double-decker bus tours, which we're taking tomorrow to explore the battlefield.
Today, in like 8 hours.
Yeah, the sun's already up, as you can probably see. But it's a really cool location. Make sure you visit this location, support this place. But today, I guess, we're heading across the road to the Jenny Wade house.
We are. Gettysburg never disappoints. We love it here. Another insane night at the orphanage. And let's go get a few hours of sleep, do the tour, and then get over to the Jenny Wade house tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.